So if you're wondering what's the best case for your Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max, well, let me tell you, it is definitely not going to be the Apple cases. We're going to be comparing and reviewing 15 of the top cases you can get on Amazon so that you can make the best case decision for yourself. And remember, there is no wrong answer here. So let's get to it. Let's look at the best cases you can get on Amazon for your Apple iPhone Pro Max 15.
All the cases we're going to show you are going to be under $30, except for our 2 Apple cases, because those are going to be our baseline. And we have 2 cases from Supcase, we have 2 Spigens, we have 3 ESRs, we have 2 Mkekkes, 1 Ringke, 2 Torrases, and Humixx cases. And we're going to be talking about how much each of the cases weigh, because we weigh them individually. We're going to talk about their grip, their buttons, how well they protect your phone, how well they protect the camera, can you see the fingerprints, how easy is it to remove and install it, how does it feel in the hand, and anti-yellowing, but much more on how grippy they are in your hand. This is the Mkekke Clear Case, the last year's winner for the best value case for your iPhone 14 Pro Max. So let's take a closer look at it because there's not a lot different here, but they've just improved some of the best features. The secret of the Mkekke is that they stay clear longer than a lot of this competition, and they do it for a low price. This is also coming with 2 tempered glass screen protectors inside the box. It comes with 4 corner airbags that are well cushioned and protruding, like you will notice them. It comes with a 3.5 millimeter raised lip bezel. It comes with a 1.9 millimeter raised screen bezel. So it's really a perfect marriage between protection and lightweight usability. So let's start at the most protective, and this is going to be in the Supcase Unicorn Beetle Pro. And we got the Pro Mag and the Pro here, but let's start with the Pro. It is coming with dual layer hybrid polycarbonate back and a TPU impact resistant bumpers. It's actually going to be quite large, but it does not weigh that much because they've been getting lighter and lighter. You see this kind of design starting in the OtterBox Defender XT line. The material is very grippy, which means it feels good in your hand. However, because it's heavier at 80 total grams of weight, it is going to feel heavier in your hand. So this is actually double the weight that a lot of your clear cases, especially even with Magsafe, are going to have. But your clear cases can't do what the Unicorn Beetle can do because it's going to have a kickstand. It's going to be 2-layer. It has a built-in screen protector, and not much has changed from the 14 Pro Max case here, but I do think it's a good deal, and especially because you get that rotatable belt clip as well, it's a solid value. This is the Supcase Unicorn Beetle Pro Mag, and it is the Unicorn Beetle Pro just with a Magsafe magnet on it. Now it's going to be coming with a circular kickstand that's going to double as the Magsafe, and that kickstand is going to allow it to be put up in vertical or horizontal orientation. Now that ring is also not going to be the same as a ring holder where you could just place your fingers inside and hold your phone because it has some sharp edges to it, but the ring will be able to lock into place so you don't have to worry about it opening or closing without you trying to open and close it. This is really the case that I think looks very beautiful because you can kind of see what the actual titanium color of your iPhone Pro 15 Max looks like. And it costs just about $34.99 at the time of this video, and this is really the case I would take with me to battle. This is the ESR hybrid case with the stash stand. It weighs just about 46 grams with the stash stand, and without it, just with the Magsafe version alone, it's going to be 37 grams. And now the ESR has upgraded the magnets. The stand is still made out of zinc alloy, so it does keep its shape relatively well. It gives you 1.5 millimeter thickness around the front screen, and it has military grade protection with air guards and a raised screen edge. However, I find that fingerprints are still prominent on it, not by much, but it is more prominent than some of the other cases. The buttons are clicky for people who are used to having some type of ring in the center of their phone to hold their phone using their fingers. You're not going to really be able to do that with the stash stand. There is no difference between the hybrid cases with the stash stand and without the stash stand. So you can see them side by side. They are identical in every single way. They're pretty grippy. The buttons are going to be relatively clicky, and I do like it. I just feel like it's time that they added something new to the hybrid case. With that said, I am quite surprised how well or how much I like the ESR Clear Case. And if you get the Clear Case or the Clear Case set, these are very affordable and they have something a little bit more geometric on the edges and the corners. So it doesn't have the same design or look or the soft look of the hybrid case. It's also slightly less protective than the hybrid case with a 1.2 millimeter raised lip and a 0.7 millimeter camera guard. But I do like it because it weighs only 33 grams. So if you want something that is pretty protective, not going to be as protective as some of the other phones, but a little bit lighter and looks good, that's probably under $20, this might be the case for you. So this is the Torras Diamond Clear Case, and it weighs just 32 grams. It comes with military grade drop protection, 10 feet, frosted buttons that you can change the color because it gives you some inserts. It has more powerful Magsafe magnets. It has a 0.3 Blu-ray, which makes it a little bit more crystal, but also a little bit more blue. And as you can see, it is pretty grippy. It's not going to be the most grippy material out of the clear cases that we're showing you, but it's pretty grippy. I wish the buttons could be a little bit more clicky. And even though it does come with an inner air cushion, it's not going to be on the bumpers. It's going to run on the sides. It's really a middle of the road case because it is very light, but the price is in the medium price range for what you get here. This is the Torras Origin Fit, and I'm happy that some companies are pushing the boundaries here because it is very light. It is only 25 grams. It is 1.2 millimeters thick. It has a 1 millimeter raised screen edge and a 1.2 millimeter raised camera bezel. So it's really pushing it at how close it can get exactly to the screen and without being unprotective. The Origin Fit is very light, but it's also very smooth to the touch, which means it's going to slip and slide out of your hand. I would not recommend dropping it. It is really something that gives you some protection here, but nothing military grade and nothing that's going to make me feel confident on a rainy day. Next up is the Spigen Ultra Hybrid. It is a classic top contender on our list. It's relatively light at 39 grams and it only adds 0.07 inches in height to your iPhone 15 Pro Max. The material is going to be flexible TPU or thermoplastic polyurethane, and it's going to have a polycarbonate second half. Pricing on the Spigen is somewhere between $18 and $19 at the time of this video, so that's inexpensive. It gives you a lot for your money, but it does make some trade-offs because the back panel is smoother now and it's a little bit more stiff. It's going to be a little bit more slippery in the hand, and that's not a knock on it because you have very grippy sides, but if you're only holding the back and you're holding the front screen, it might be slippery, especially if your hand is wet. Next case is going to be on the Spigen Liquid Air. This is not a clear case. It's going to be the Liquid Air. Now, there's no military grade drop protection here. It is a lightweight case coming in at 33 grams. The entire case is made of flexible TPU or thermoplastic polyurethane. It has the drop protection via the air cushion technology you got on the Ultra Hybrid, but you're really looking at it because of the low price. The camera lip is not going to be the same material, the TPU material, but it feels more rigid and a little sharp. So be careful if you are looking at that camera lip. I would say it feels a little sharp. This will be on the Humixx Clear Case. We're going to unbox it here. The Humixx weighs 37 grams. It has the micro dot laser craft with the 0.2 Blu-ray molecular injection, which makes it more blue but also more crystal. And you'll notice that the Humixx case will be more blue than all the other cases to prevent yellowing. The material is not as grippy as on the Mkekke or the Spigen, but still relatively grippy. The material is definitely grippier on the sides, and the buttons are easy to find. I like the grooves so that you can easily find them, and they're very clicky as well. So this is the Ringke Fusion Clear Case, and it is going to be the lowest price case that we are reviewing. Right now it's listed at about $12.99, but it's probably going to be closer to $10 when you're seeing this. It is because it comes with a 1.2 millimeter camera lip, and it comes with a 1.5 millimeter raised bezel around the front screen, but it has a clear polycarbonate back panel. It comes with a TPU frame. Overall, it's a solid case. It comes with Magsafe, but honestly, it is inexpensive, and that's why you would be looking at it. It's just not that grippy in the back, so it might slip and slide out of your hand. There's a frosted version, there's a clear version, but in any case, I think this is a solid case considering that it's probably going to be less than $10. This is the Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max Clear Case, and unlike the competition here, Apple is just going with what they want to do. They've actually upgraded the material so it's going to be more grippy, but there is still a totally open bottom lip. It is coming with Magsafe, but there's no air cushion here, there's no bumper air guards. The buttons are going to be standard of fare, and it's just really a simple case that you put on your phone, but it doesn't have any Apple branding on it except for made by Apple in California or designed in California on the Magsafe sticker inside the case itself. The Apple case is a little bit more flexible this season, so it's also less likely to get a lot of fingerprints on it, and overall is just going to be a Apple Clear Case.
So this is the iPhone 15 Pro Max's FineWoven case.
The FineWoven material is going to be a lot like Alcantara or even a very soft raincoat. It has a very soft nylon material feeling to it with a little bit of squishiness to it. So it does feel premium in the hand. However, it's not going to be the most protective. It's definitely not military grade drop protection here. It is a Apple product, and that's why we're looking at it, because it is definitely for people who want to keep being on brand. But it's going to be like putting your phone inside of a Prada bag, because it also costs more than all of the other cases here at just about $60 at the time of this video.
Now that I told you everything you need to know about all of these cases, the question is, which is going to be your next case? And I'm going to explain to you how I chose mine, because I'm just going to go walk you through my train of thought. So now that I'm a father and I do a lot more outdoors work, I'm actually going to be using the Supcase Ultimate Beetle Pro Mag. So this is the case just because I like the color. It is still MagSafe, so I can attach it inside of my car. I can still use it with a MagSafe battery, but because of the front protection, I just feel more comfortable, especially with my iPhone 15 Pro Max being so expensive. But if I was to go with something a little bit lighter and I didn't want something that's so obtrusive as this, and I wanted to show off my phone more, well, let me share with you what I would go with. First, I think it's a tie between the best ones of the bunch. The Apple ones are not going to be in that group here, but the ones that I highly recommend are going to be the Mkekke. That's going to be with the MagSafe. It comes with 2 screen protectors here, and it's going to only cost you about like $21. So very good pricing on the Mkekke. And this is going to be on the ESR Clear Case. Even though I like the geometric shape, I know this is not going to be a favorite of everybody. How it has some like sharp edges on the back, so it looks like kind of like a cutout. So the bumper areas are all going to be in that micro dot, and then why it's so obvious is because they make straight edges, but also because this is completely clear. So that's what you have to realize. But you can see how the front looks here. It's just a very nice case overall. Out the top 3 is going to be the Spigen Ultra Hybrid here, just because I know it's not going to have the same corner protection as the Mkekke or even the ESR, just because it has less cushion here. But, and this is important, I feel like the anti-yellow properties of the Spigens are quite good. And let me show you what I mean. This is my iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I'm still using a Spigen Ultra Hybrid. And you can see how clear the color is. Now, I'm not saying all of these cases are going to be or lasting as long as this one, because this one's going on for 2 years. Put them up together, you can see that the Spigen is the only one where the corners are not jutting out for the corner protection. So if you look like something that's a little more streamlined, the Ultra Hybrid might be better for you. Ultimately, this is going to be the case that I'm going with, and I'm not really going to be using it with the holster. I know that you can't really, I'm really hiding the titanium here, but you kind of can get a faint look of it, right? You can kind of see the little blue titanium behind it. I know this would be a little bit different if you were on a natural or a white case. So this is a lot cheaper than the OtterBox Defender XT, but because of how you get this little kickstand with the little ring, just makes life a lot easier. So I appreciate this, so you can lock it up. And because you have the MagSafe built in here, you can charge it easily utilizing a wireless charger. So this is a real solid option, and that's why I recommend this case. You know, it makes my phone feel like bulletproof. So whichever case you pick, there is no wrong answer. Please pick the case that speaks to you the best. And with that, remember, all these cases are meant to protect your phone, so do not be upset if you choose the thicker case like I did, and don't be upset if someone else chooses a case or doesn't even use a case. So with that, I'll catch you next time. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box. We will get back to you. And please hit that like or subscribe button. It really helps us make better content for you. And I'll catch you next time. This is Dave with the French Glow, showcasing to you our cases for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'll see you soon. Bye, bye, bye.